Hey, what's up, goal reachers, dream catchers, and lifestyle giants? Welcome to the Win on Purpose podcast. It's where we make winning a habit, losing prehistoric, and aim to live our very best life every single day. Now, the title of today's podcast is Take Control of Your Life. Take control of your life. Now, I'm going to be honest, if it was me listening on the other end of the cell phone, computer, or car radio, I would be listening with great skepticism and saying, listen, I hear you, but that is easier said than done. And I get it. Trust me, I completely understand. But I want you to stay attentive, stay tuned, don't clock out on me yet, because I believe that we can take control of our lives with one word: resolve. That's the word that I really want to focus on in this Take Control of Your Life podcast. And of course, I must pause and take some time to actually define the word, because I want to make sure, as always, that we're all on the same page. Now, Webster and Google define the word resolve as to make clear or understandable, to settle or find a solution to a problem, dispute, or contentious matter. It means to make clear or understandable, to settle, to find a solution to. And most of the time when we think about settling, it's usually viewed in a negative light. We usually connect the word settling with settling for less. We usually put those two words together, settling and less. We connect those together. What I've come to realize over this past year is that settling is not always a bad thing. There are times when settling can be one of the best things that we can do for ourselves. And there's something about when we decide to resolve and choose to settle within ourselves, not to let certain things affect us. I have a very trivial example of this, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that this has happened to, but I'm going to go ahead and put myself out there just a little bit. But just like I told you guys last time, I set up a Instagram page for this Win on Purpose podcast. And when I first set it up, I was so excited. I was like, okay, this is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm going to put great content up there. I'm going to put amazing quotes. It's going to draw hundreds of thousands of people. This is going to be so easy. Let me just dive in there. And my first post I put up there, I was sure I was going to get 5,000 likes, right? That was going to be so easy, right? However, it wasn't as easy as boom, bang, bang, bop, bada, bop, boom, pow. It didn't happen like that at all. So I set it up and I worried about it constantly. I put posts up there and didn't get the response, didn't get the 5,000 responses that I thought I would get. And it just bothered me. It literally bothered and burdened me. And it was to the point I would go to sleep and have 40 followers and wake up only to have 10. And I'm like, what happened overnight? In that 24-hour period, what happened? And I was just muddling within myself, did I post something wrong? People don't like what I put up there. Maybe I should just do this or do that. And it was just ridiculous. It was just trivial. Something that just really meant nothing. I made it this big thing in my mind. And I really don't know why. I don't know what happened to me. But when I finally came to myself, it took a few weeks, but when I finally came to myself, I realized that I was seeking validity from the responses and the likes that I would get on Instagram. And there are so many people who measure their value and their importance and their purpose on how many followers and likes they receive on social media. And this is an issue in our society today. It's a huge issue. But I was really shocked at how it impacted and affected me. And the reason I was shocked, because, this is not this is my first Instagram page ever. I have my personal page it's my family and my friends on there, and I just post whatever on there. And I really I post and I leave, and I don't care anything else about it. But for this page, because it exposed my heart, my purpose and what I feel like I should be doing at this point in my life, I gave it way too much weight. I gave a digital sheet of paper way too much weight in my life. And it got to the point where I was just I don't really, maybe this Win on Purpose thing is not what I really should be doing. Maybe the whole bit, which the vision far this podcast, it far exceeds Instagram, anything, but I was letting likes and follows tell me that I wasn't doing what I am supposed to be doing. So in that instance, I allowed fear to win the battle in my life. And this type of win on purpose is completely wrong. It's the opposite of what we're trying to accomplish, right? And I was letting just the wrong things win in my life. And after constantly stalking my page for new followers and new likes, I finally said, you know what? Forget this. It's going to be what it is. And it's like a switch was turned on. It's like something just clicked inside of me. And I resolved within myself that I wasn't going to let a digital piece of paper validate my purpose. If I couldn't let people talk me out of it, if I refused to let some stranger on the street walk up to me and say, you don't need to be doing this, surely I wasn't going to let something that I don't even understand, like a bunch of zeros and ones, tell me this is not what you're supposed to be doing. And so one morning I woke up and I didn't check Instagram at all. I didn't check any social media at all. And I didn't post anything. I didn't create any posts. Social media was so far off my radar. It was like I just resolved within myself. I settled within myself. I took control of my life and I said, I'm not going to let anything, any digital thing, I'm not going to let any human thing or anything else put value on who I am and what I do. And I thought I had this settled. I thought I had taken control of this. But it was exposed once I introduced a new piece to the puzzle of my dream, which was Instagram. Now, author and public speaker Zach Machuro says, what you do is only as good as why you do it. What you do is only as good as why you do it. And that's also extremely important for all of us to grasp and understand why we do what we do. It has to go beyond people. It has to go beyond likes. It has to go beyond responses. We have to understand why we do what we do. Otherwise, the least little thing will be able to knock us off our feet. And after a period of posting and continue to post, regardless of the response, it gave me resolve. After a period of time, I just said, hey, listen, this is what I'm going to do. Regardless of the response, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to just keep doing it. So it doesn't matter how many followers or likes I get. I know that I'm posting information that I feel is great and motivating content. And those that want to receive it will follow. Those that enjoy it will hit the like button. And the only way you can have this type of resolve is when you understand why you are doing what you're doing. When you know your purpose and you understand it, there is very little that can make you quit. When you are doing things to get attention and praise from other people, and when you don't receive it, and when you don't receive what you are looking for, you will quit, and you will quit very early in the process. But when you are doing what you're doing from your heart, and you are truly wanting to help people, and you understand, this is why I'm doing this, you cannot be stopped. Writer and lecturer Dale Carnegie said, inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. If you want to conquer your fear, you have to go out there and do something. You have to get busy. And I'm not talking about just get busy for the sake of getting busy. Do something that corresponds with your purpose and with what you desire to do. Now, there are very few people that I know that are happy and satisfied with their 9-to-5s. And the level of unhappiness, it varies. It varies greatly. Some people are inconsolably unhappy. Others are okay, but ready for something different. And then you have those that are just there to get the check and they really don't care either way. And I would never tell anyone to stay in a place that makes them unhappy. And my advice to those that are unhappy is to apply to every job you see every time you get the opportunity, in the morning before work, in the noonday on your lunch break, at night when you're at home. Apply when you're handling business in the bathroom. Apply, 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 apply. But in the interim, I would suggest finding something to be grateful for in your current state. And I know that's another thing that's easier said than done, because some of this stuff that I hear, I'm just like, good gracious. I mean, it's crazy. Like some of the things that people are experiencing on a daily basis at their 9-to-5s is just inexcusable. But, it's where you are right now. Life is too short to spend any amount of time being miserable. And if you're at a place where you know that this is not where you want to be, please receive this quote by author and blogger Michael Hyatt, which says, "Your life matters. You are here for a reason. Your job is to determine why." And in one of my previous podcasts, I talked about things you can do to help you discover your purpose and your passion. And I really will advise you guys to go back down and listen to them, because finding your purpose will give you that resolve that you're looking for. Finding your purpose will help you feel like you are in control of your life. It makes living in a world that doesn't make sense sometimes feel just a teeny tiny bit better. And if you know your purpose and what you're currently doing does not line up with that, until you're able to change jobs or make some big moves in your life, find something outside of work that matches your passion. And if there is nothing around that matches what you want to do, maybe it's time you create it. Maybe it's time to think outside of the box and be that person that you're looking for. Be that person that creates great places for people to come and express themselves artistically. Maybe you're the one that should do that. Maybe you're the person that's supposed to do that. Maybe you're supposed to create that book and invite people to add their creativity, their poetry, or whatever it is that you want to do. Maybe you're the person that should do that. Create those opportunities for people. And I'm sure that there are other people that are looking for what you're looking for, and they need what you need. So why not be the person to create that for them? And you know what? Yes, it's going to be work, and the work is going to be hard, but it will be worth it in the end. And if you don't get the results that you're looking for the first time around, keep doing it. And if you don't get it the second time, keep doing it. Keep doing it until you get the results that you're looking for. And as you're doing it and as you keep going, you will get better and better and better and better. Trust me, I know from experience this will happen. And you can feel good because you found something that gets your blood going. Something, a reason to wake up in the morning. Something that you can get excited and feel excited about. Author and speaker Simon Sinek says, "It doesn't matter when we start. It doesn't matter where we start. All that matters is that we start." It doesn't matter when we start. It doesn't matter where we start. All that matters is that we start. And if you are living your dream, like there are people that just aren't unhappy. There are people that are actually living their dreams and you're walking in your purpose, but you have yet to resolve that you deserve to be there. Then I'm telling you today, you deserve it. You deserve that promotion. You deserve that raise. You deserve that speaking gig or whatever it is that you are questioning if you are qualified for. I want to reassure you that you are qualified and you got it because you deserve it. Now let your confidence break through and quit questioning if people made a mistake by choosing you. Now, for years, I've studied confidence because it's an area where I have struggled mightily in. Like, ever since I can remember, confidence has always been like one of those big things. I was just like, well, I don't have more confidence. Like, well, my confidence. And, you know, like I said, I've studied it, I've researched it, and there's a scripture that I meditate on from time to time in Hebrews 10:35. It says, "So do not throw away your confidence. It will be richly rewarded." And I used to repeat that to myself over and over and over again. You know, don't throw away my confidence. It's going to be richly rewarded. It's going to be richly rewarded. Don't throw it away. Don't throw it away. But yet I didn't really understand what that meant or what confidence meant for me. And I would read books, pray, find quotes on confidence. And I even started writing a podcast. I was like, maybe, you know, if I put my thoughts out there and talk it out, maybe I'll figure out what this word means to me. But of course I got stuck and I didn't finish it. That's why you don't see a podcast called Confidence on here. And it wasn't until I discovered that confidence and belief go hand in hand that I grasped what confidence truly is. So what I was lacking more than anything else was belief in myself and my abilities. And I always questioned if I was in the right place doing the right thing at the right time in my life, especially once I became a mom. It's just like my life flipped upside down when I became a mom. But now that that switch has been clicked and things make more sense to me and I understand, like, listen, I believe in me. I believe in what I'm doing. I understand what I'm doing. I'm okay with what I'm doing. I have the ability to do this. I understand what is needed and I'm doing what is needed. I understand my purpose and I have resolved within myself why I am doing things. And so now my confidence is unshakable. I believe in me. And that's something that I couldn't say a year ago. Philanthropist and explorer Sir Edmund Hillary said, "It's not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves." It's not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. We are the only ones that can stop us. And we are simultaneously our biggest fans and equally our greatest enemies. So outside forces can only stop us if we give them the power and the permission. Writer and motivational speaker Dennis Waitley said, "Determination gives you the resolve to keep going in spite of the roadblocks that lay before you." Determination gives you the resolve to keep going in spite of the roadblocks that lay before you. Once we resolve certain issues within us, it helps us find clarity and peace when things seem chaotic. When we settle certain things in our lives, it gives us a firm foundation and we gain back control. This is especially true in relationships. When two people decide that they're going to be together no matter what, their actions and their words equally line up with each other, there is very little that can tear them apart. It's the same with our dreams. We have to take control of our lives, take control of our destinies, and settle it within ourselves that we're not going to quit no matter what gets thrown our way. And trust me, there will be things that come at you that you wouldn't believe. There will be people that will trip. Some that you thought were your friends will all of a sudden change when they see you going in a different direction. Some people will even try and copy what you're doing. And some people will flat out hate on you. They will hate on you. And you're like, what? Like, what? Why? But you got to settle it. And you got to say to yourself, no matter what, this is my what and this is my why. So I'm going to keep going for those reasons. And resolve will even help you navigate through excuses. You know those excuses that we give ourselves like, I don't have time, or maybe someone else can do it because I'm not fully qualified. I don't have the education. I don't know how to do this or that, or maybe I'm just not the right person at this moment in my life. You know, I got a lot going on. I got this and I'm not the person that people can look up to because I have bills and this and that. You know, those crazy excuses we give ourselves like they're bothering me. They're distracting me. They're hating on me. They're copying me. But you know what? A person with resolve, a person that has determined to take control of their lives will say, whether they do their part or not, I'm going to get this done. They will say, yeah, I know they might be talking about me, but let them keep talking. I'm going to keep doing. Now, the final quote comes from author Dr. Robert Anthony, which says, you can have anything you want if you are willing to give up the belief that you can't have it. You can have anything you want if you are willing to give up the belief that you can't have it. Okay, so the takeaways for today's podcast. Number 1, find your why. Number 2, discover opportunities that match your purpose or create opportunities for others. Number 3, believe in yourself and your abilities. Okay, so our review of our quotes start with the quote by Zach Mercurio, which says, what you do is only as good as why you do it. The quote by Dale Carnegie says, inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. Michael Hyatt says, your life matters. You are here for a reason. Your job is to determine why. Simon Sinek says, it doesn't matter when we start. It doesn't matter where we start. All that matters is that we start. Sir Edmund Hillary said, it's not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. Dennis Watley quote says, determination gives you the resolve to keep going in spite of the roadblocks that lay before you. And lastly, the quote by Dr. Robert Anthony, which says, you can have anything you want if you are willing to give up the belief that you can't have it. All right, so that's our podcast for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you as always for listening. I appreciate you guys. And make sure you share, like, and tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a family member to tune in to the Win on Purpose podcast. There will be another podcast dropping before the end of this year, so make sure you stay tuned. I will let you know when it's up on the Win on Purpose Instagram page. Thank you. I appreciate you all. All right, so this is your girl, Vocals. I am signing off.